All right, here's a quick one about distorting text for a banner. Create a new file. 20 by 10 is okay. Actually, let's make that 20 by about 6. That should work better. All right, so we have that. Now we're going to come to our clip art. I'm just going to grab this first banner here. Drop it in, and I think I can go a little bigger than that. So come to my scale and see if we can get 19. Yeah. All right, I'm going to go with 19. All right, one thing you can see how this kind of disappears here. There's a couple of ways to deal with that because it's kind of hard to see those edges, and we're going to need to later. The first thing to do is you select it, right click on it, go to Object Properties, and turn the fading down to 0. That kind of helps some. On a lot of them, you'll actually be able to see that upper edge. On this one, you still can't. So we're going to go to Modeling. Oop. Select my model. I'm going to put an outline around it. Okay. That'll help us later anyhow. We would need to do that eventually. All right. So now I'm going to put an outside box around here so I'll be able to do my clearing. And now I'm going to go for a new layer. So I think for the time being, I'm going to lock this layer. Add a new layer. I'm just going to call this text. Make sure that that's highlighted so that that's the main, active layer. The first thing I'm going to do on our text layer is I'm going to put a box. I'll make the box just a little bit bigger than the width of my banner. And then I'm going to stretch it out here to about as wide as my banner. All right. Then I'm going to come over here. I've got the box selected. I'm going to select my text in box. And we're going to put in a really cool box. Let's see how big that goes. And notice here I've got it centered and I have no margins on there. That's kind of important for this one. And yeah, that looks cool. Okay. Excuse me if I cough a little bit. I get that upper respiratory junk going on. It's not any fun. Okay, so you got your text selected. Now we're going to select our box again. So our box and our text are both selected. I just shift selected the box. And I'm going to come over here to the distort tool. I'm going to click on that. And we're going to make sure that bounding box is ticked up here. And I'm going to click apply. You notice that made a couple of changes. So now that I have those changes made, I'm going to run my cursor over one of the edges of the box, and you'll notice you get that little wavy line there. And you can right click and select to Bezier. Or what you can do, if you didn't see it real quick there, here, let me do it one more time like this. Okay, right click to Bezier. You see that the hotkey for that is B. So now I'll come up to this one, and I'll just click the B button on the keyboard, and I'll do the same over here, B on the keyboard. So now these are all Beziers. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this one, and I'm going to move it right down. That looks about good. take this one, I'm going to select it, and I'm going to move it right about there, I think. And then I'll do the same down at this end. Now you can work all at one end at a time. I'm just kind of doing this so you get step by step what I'm doing. You'll see it twice instead of just once. Okay, and I'm moving that one to right about there. Now what I'm going to do is, you see these little handles, I'm going to straighten this out. Oop, Control Z that. I had the other thing selected. I had everything selected there, so I want to select just a little handle there. And by moving this in and out, you can bend that. And then by shortening it, you can change, you see how it's going shorter here? You can change the arc on it. And I'm going to click this one down here, and I'm going to shorten that, and I'm going to bring it. And what I want to try to do is kind of as close as possible. Follow the edge of my banner there. Get this one back again. And that's pretty close. It doesn't really have to be perfect. Okay, we're going to do the same thing down here. Come in. I'm going to click on that little handle there. Shorten it down. Actually, I may lengthen that one up about like that. And click on this one. You have to play to go back and forth a little bit to get it to go where you want it to go. It just takes a little bit of time to work it, not too long. And that's close enough for me. Now you can see it's already distorting our text some. So you see what you're getting there. So now comes the fun part where we're going to take these big handles and I'm going to move it. And we're watching this edge. We want this edge to come up to this edge. Take this one. Grab it. There we go. Move that one up. Now here, I'm going to want this to follow the edge. So now we're going to try to get a little more precise. You notice by shortening it, I'm getting that arc a little better. I'll come to this one. Come on. And I'm going to come back over this side. This side a little more. And that's pretty good. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. You want to try to get it close, but it doesn't have to be super perfect. Come over here. I'm going to bring this up right. I'm going to go right about there with it. Come over here. Grab this one. Notice that I'm turning and stretching the handles all the time. So there we go. Now if you look at that text, looks like it's wrapping right around that. It looks way better, I think, than just putting a line up here. You don't get the same distortion that you do when you do it like this in the box. Okay, so once you have your text set up like this and you're happy with it, and this is really important, we're going to bake the distortion. So you're going to click on this button and then you're going to close it. Now you can come in here and just select the box and delete it. Okay, so that gets rid of that. So now I'll go back into my layers and I'm going to unlock this layer. And let's see what it looks like in the simulation. So I'm going to select this guy here and this guy here. And we'll come across to this side. And we are going to pocket that out. And our thickness, here's our material setup, that's all okay. 0.47. Yeah, we'll start with that. We'll just see what that says. And I'm going to calculate out my pocket here. Now I may go change that depth on that a little bit after I do the 3D portion. If I notice there's any anomalies, like if it goes a little, if it looks sunk in or something, I may go back and change that after, but I'm just going to kind of play with it right now. Let's preview these. So there's our, oh, that was our pocket. We got to do our clearance tool first. I should have went preview all toolpaths. That works better. Okay, so there we go. That's our, just our clearing now. We've pocketed out around our banner. So I'm going to come back over here. And this time I'm going to just select my 3D model. And for that I'm going to do a 3D roughing pass. And yes, and that all looks good. And we just got one there, so we'll preview the selected, which shouldn't do a whole lot. Yeah, okay, that looks good. Close that, and now we're going to do a 3D finish, and our 3D model should still be selected. Calculate that out. And here it comes. Come on. All right, we're going to preview that one. Okay, yeah, I mean, I might want to take it down a little bit deeper because of that edge right there. But I'm just going to say for now that's good. All right, so let's take a quick look at that. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Shoot this back up to Z. Alrighty, I'm going to go back over here. Now I'm going to select my text. I'm just deselect everything here, select my text, but I got to select it like this because they are now, it was converted to curves when we baked it in. It's no longer text. It's all curves now. Okay, so I have just so selected. And close out of my simulator. Come back over here to VCarve. 90 degree, half inch, that's fine. Now it's important, project toolpath onto 3D model here. Very important. And then I'm going to calculate. And we're going to preview. And look at that. That is just too cool the way that it looks like it is actually wrapping around there. I mean, actually it is, but if you look at it, it is. But the distortion of it really gives it the illusion that that is on a banner and it's going to do a tight turn under there. So it's real simple to do. It's throw your banner in there, create a box about the same width as your banner and about as long as where you want your text to be. Do the text in the box tool. Type in your text, make sure you have no margins in there. Apply that, and then convert your 4 sides of your box to Beziers. Then adjust everything, move all your nodes into place, and then adjust your handles to get the shape that you're looking for. Then bake it once you're done, and then you can delete your box and keep your text, and then just run your toolpaths as you normally would. But I think this turns out way, way better than just doing the line in there. It looks really cool. So I hope this helped you out. If you have any questions, you know you can always ask me. Talk to you all later. Bye-bye.